I started the recording late. Reset. Reset, everyone. Look good for the camera. Welcome to the final part of Megamix mode of Sonic Megamix Mania with Shadow the Hedgehog. So if you don't know, maybe you are watching this as your first part because Shadow, of course. This is a modification of Sonic Mania based on the 2008 ROM hack Sonic Megamix, who, if you don't know your ROM hacking history for Sonic, it is a Megamix is like a reimagining of Sonic 1, but the key thing is that it was led by one Simon Tomley, who you might know better as Stealth or Headcanon, who co-created the base Sonic Mania with Christian Whitehead, among other people, of course. This Megamix Mania is a new team's, huge team, by the way, huge team's reimagining of Sonic Megamix, but saying it's a reimagining of Sonic Megamix is underselling it. It's like saying that Breath of the Wild is a reimagining of Zelda 1. Megamix Mania, so good. I don't use this word at all, but I gotta say that this definitely deserved it, or not deserved it, but earned it, is that this is peak Sonic for me. It's so good. And Shadow is insanely fun in this mod. Nailin, thank you so much for the 5 gifted, bro. Keep some of that money for yourself, man. Amy just replaces Mighty. So it goes over the Mighty save file. If you have one. So our main method of movement, Shadow has a double jump and he also has the jet stomp. They got rid of his homing attack, though. In the original Megamix, he had the double jump, but he could also homing attack like Sonic, so... He didn't have the jet stomp, though. I can't remember what his other moves were in the original Megamix, but... I'm sure I'll know eventually through playing this. I am Darth E. Darth E. I love that. Yeah, this is 1.1, just released 4 hours and 38 minutes ago. We're also gonna be cruising through here since Shadow, you know, has a I want to move forward faster now button. Shadow has the stomp rebound now. You are absolutely correct. He can also recurl out of his stomp if you already used your double jump, which is pretty sick. Also worth mentioning that the 1-up theme, the Act Clear theme, the Speed Shoes theme, and the Invincibility theme are all unique for every character.
It's showtime!
Whoa? Whoa? Nice. KO. I don't actually know if in Megamix Mania, if you bounce the signpost around, you can get goodies. Unsure. The jet stomp is just so addicting, man. Oh, that is so cool, man. Some max you can? Nice. Oh, hello? Shadow should always have max cool bonus. He would if I never took a hit as him. I do really appreciate that you can double jump and jet stomp. I was worried. Well, I wasn't really worried. So how I found out about Megamix Mania is I played the 0.9 version, The first version of Megamix Mania released in 2019, so this mod's been in development for a while. But my first experience was doing the Month of Shadow, where I was like, I've heard of this mod. I'll give it a try and play through as Shadow, and I fell in love with it. Oh, okay. Let's go all the way down. I also already have all the Chaos Emeralds. I collected them with Sonic, so you can watch Sonic's part if you're interested in what the special stages look like. But I'm giving myself the rule of, because when I collected them with Sonic, I got them all in the 4th Zone Misty Maze, that I'm waiting until then to use the super forms to everyone else. For the initial playthroughs, of course. What's up, East Coast Booty Killer? Yep, this is the 1.1 version of Megamix Mania. Fully completed. Doesn't mean it's not coming with more features, though, and new updates. The Megamix Mania team is just like, you know, we have one of the best mods, so let's just make it one of the bestest mods. Because version 2.0 is going to be coming to the decompilation, which gives them more freedom, and then eventually they're going to make a 3.0 that is going to be in the hatch engine, which, for my understanding, and of course I'd make this comparison, is kind of like how PO6 ported all the assets and improves upon them in a brand new game engine to give a lot of freedom. That's essentially what the hatch engine is going to do for Megamix Mania, but that's quite a bit down the line. There's a lot of work that has to go in before then. I do plan on getting all the red rings. I did totally 100% collect them all myself, and I got to show off the reward when I played as Sonic, but I just felt like I wanted to collect them all for myself again, so I reset the the save. What do you mean, cap? Did you not hear my totally convincing statement? Yep. Correct, Max. I believe there's also an installation instruction readme in the... folder when you download it. Sure, why not? Also saw what happened. No. You didn't. I paused the recording. When you pause the recording, you can't see what happens. I was very convincing. The YouTube watchers will be none the wiser. I should also say that if you don't feel like collecting all the emeralds, the saves are compatible with regular Mania saves. So, if you have 100% like Mania save file, or you have a saved run with all the emeralds and shit, it carries over to Megamix. Ooh, I definitely need this. Not gonna lie, I may learn a Sonic, Tails, and Shadow run. Because it's really fun playing this game as them.
It's showtime.
TBD. What's up, Cannon? This is Sonic Megamix Mania.
Nice. What is good in the hood, Stelmo 2
Yo, what's up, Vex? How's it going, brother? Thank you for the 35. One away from the 3 years, dude. That's insane. I'm doing well. I'm playing Sonic Megamix Mania. This is an overhaul mod for Sonic Mania. That's a reimagining of the 2008 ROM hack that Stealth created. Otherwise known as one of the co-creators, headcanon, for the base Sonic Mania. Oh, yes, yes. All the top routes, please. I probably should have jumped there. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. I'm curious if there's something up there. But how does one achieve an up there? Not like that. Oh, well. For a future playthrough, I suppose. You're not making me do it, game. I see those ring boxes for the Super D-Duper. Have you been? It's been a minute. I've been kind of going through it. I made a video on the second channel recently called It's Been Rough, But You've Been Great. So I recommend checking that out for basically a quick rundown of everything that's been going on the last couple weeks. But Megamix Mania is certainly making that a lot easier. This game's so fucking fun, man. Waiter, more top routes, please. Yes. I think this game's full on top routes. It's being able to eat them. Damn, I hook, line, and sinkered that metaphor. Let's go. I don't think so. The prevailing theory Haley has, and I agree with her, is my sciatic nerve. Because it was just my back for the longest time. And last night, I was having a lot of pain in my back and my upper left leg, which is sciatic nerve, runs from your lower back to your upper left leg. So, unfortunately, the only thing that heals that is heat and hope. So, that's what I've been doing with it. Oh. Was able to do a little bit of biking at the gym yesterday. Might be able to sneak in a little bit of biking at the gym today, but I have not lifted in like 2 weeks, and I hate it. Thankfully, just keeping up with my protein has kept my muscles somewhat in check, but I really enjoy lifting. So, oh my god, I don't just go to the gym to be fit. I just go because it's fun for me. Thankfully, not a gym accident. Oh my god. I have no idea, but nor am I willing to pay for those. Things just heal. I'm able to work, which is the most important thing. You know, 2 weeks feels like a long time in the short term, but in the long term, it's not going to be a big deal, so I'm not worried about it. I'm sure it'll heal up in time as long as I'm not stupid with it, which is why I'm not lifting even though I really want to. What's up, Cross? How's it going? Shadow's your favorite character? Oh, man. I thought I was the only one who liked Shadow. That's a shame. Guess I'm not unique anymore. Huh. That's unfortunate. And I missed the speed shoes. That's a shame. Getting his symbol tatted on my wrist soon? Okay, I think you definitely win in the Shadow fan department. Then I cannot compete with that. Yo, cool. We'll have to see. Like I said, I could toy with the idea of learning a Sonic, Shadow, and Tails run, but if it gets too glitchy, then probably not. I only engage with the Sonic series in the games, so I don't really have one. Other than, like, watching the movies, because of course I am. Oh, cool. All right, see you, Michael. How's Megamix going? Fantabuloso. This stage is different with every character other than Amy. Because of, like, Amy's lock-on. I think it was just the limitation because you can't add character slots, or at the very least, it's very difficult to add character slots to a Steam version of Mania. Decompilation's a different story, but for just modding the Steam version, you could tend to have to replace a character slot. So Amy also traverses this area. Or maybe it's Mighty's area, honestly, don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Shadow's. I would imagine with all the different paths. Nope. Good. It still is amazing to me, you know, when I was a lot younger and I was watching the Brain Scratch commentaries run on Sonic Generations, how they were joking about how it'd be really funny for there to be a classic Shadow who's like chibi with pupils, and now in the current day we have so many classic Shadow mods that are exactly that. They also did have an idea that classic Shadow was just him in the tube rolling around. Have yet to see a mod like that, but cool that we got the first one realized at least. Ooh, hello, Special Ring. We are in Misty Maze, so... Oh my god! His double jump's gotta be fucking nuts as Super Shadow. It's already nuts underwater, it looks like. I gotta say that I feel like some shading is missing. I don't know if it's like a palette limitation or something. No, I want to take the top route. Or, no, I have to go that way first. Yeah, well, if Snowball was saying there's gonna be custom super themes in an update, we might have a remix of Live and Learn to look forward to with Shadow here. I don't know, I feel like there's something about like the transition between the red streaks, and he's got the purple fire on his shoes, which is dope. But there's something about the transition between the red streaks and his fur. Well, I guess it's all his fur. That looks a little weird. Like, it looks like, this is gonna be a weird comparison, but it looks like a Gen 2 Pokemon sprite without, like, the white and black shading. If you've ever seen, because originally Pokemon sprites in Gen 2 were gonna I wonder if it can be updated, like, when it moves to decompilation. I imagine when it gets to Hatch Engine, it probably will. But yeah, anyway, originally it was going to be all Pokemon sprites were going to be 2 colors in Gen 2, but they're 4. Well, technically 3, because the white is no color. I also think in 1.0, didn't he have a flying animation when he was going max speed? I guess I just wasn't going max speed. I prefer the skating, but I guess I just didn't go high enough speed. Ooh. I love classic level design. Oh yeah, there it is. Saw it for a moment. Starry Night will be a much better showcase of it. Dude, that double jump is just stupid when you're in Super. Shadow's probably the best Super character. Well, I guess if you collect all the red rings, it's Super Sonic. Super Sonic adjacent. Yeah. Let me tell you, thank God they convinced, guys. I think it was, what is it? Is Ken Sugimori? Or am I mixing up names? Was the one that, like, was creating the sprites? And it was the team that convinced them, like, please use black. Please use black, too. The plan is to, Bally told me when they were here earlier that the plan is to eventually have all the forms, but, all hyper forms, but for now it's just Sonic. Do, 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 do. Oh, hey, there you are. One new move each, that's exciting. Yeah, I was just talking about how, like... Nice.
Oh wow, 8 months with the best of the third best top 10 list of best streamers in history. D, in all seriousness, you're killing it on the YouTube. I loved the max speed Sonic on all levels video.
Hey, I'm glad you liked it, Jahackler. Thank you so much for the 8 months, man. It means a ton that folks are really enjoying that. Because I would love to have Philip, like, on the team. I talked about it a little bit, I think, during the Sonic part, but, like, the ultimate goal of Stelmo 98 is just, like, not to be just me, but be a collaboration of a bunch of people to provide as much value and entertainment as possible. And you can consider the Mach Speed video sort of a test run, but considering how much people liked it, you know, be sure to support it, because the better that video does, the more justification I have to hire Philip again for another video. You're still gonna get main channel videos from me, don't worry. It's more of a in addition thing. Oh, Shadow sneezed. It's more of an in addition thing to a either or thing. Yeah, you guys were absolutely cooking. Yeah, it's like one of my 2 nitpicks I have with, like, the characters is, like, Shadow kind of looks like a Gen 2 Pokemon without the black and white shading. Like, the transition between his red stripes and his, the rest of his fur look kind of weird in the super form. In base form, it looks really good. But, yeah, I figure that's just, like, a palette limitation of Steam version. Or it's just something that, you know, you were fine with. And I'm just an asshole. True statements. I love the max run animation, though. Yeah. He fits the Houndoom vibe. Like, if there were a Pokemon ROM hack that replaced the Pokemon with Sonic characters, I would imagine. Shadow would replace Houndoom. This song is a banger, you can say that for the whole soundtrack. It's hard to pick a favorite because they're all so good. That's the most trouble with I have in the hack. Oh, it's like Shadow. Yep, Shadow can't take this way. I would think Sonic's best counterpart would be Buizel, no? Trying to think of a really fast bird Pokemon. I don't know why I can't think of one. All the Pokemon that I know. Alright, that's just a red ring. Whoa. Oh, those are just retextured, the fucking stupid enemies from Starlight. I guess since this is a reimagining of Starlight, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I forgot the speedometers actually work. They track your speed. Oh, this game's so good, man. Yeah, I can't play favorites. I love it all. Cough, cough, Dark Fortress 2. And 1. Cough, cough. Oh, cool. I've only played 4.0B. There's a speedometer. Oh yeah, if we see one, I'll show it. They're in the background. Oh. Oh. Guess you won't see it. Wow, that's mighty convenient for a reimagining of Sonic 1. I also hate to say, and you might have not been here for it, but what the fuck was I talking about? I totally blanked. Oh well. What's up, Blake Wins? How's it going? Speedometers? It's gone. I got distracted, I'm sorry. Do, 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 do. Been a minute. How's the Sonicing? Going fucking fantastic, man. That shit's so good. Not really. It's been a while since I've seen most of them. I will continually shill the Sonic Boom TV show, though. That is probably one of the only pieces of Sonic Mania where every episode or two I would actually laugh out loud. That shit was so funny. Super quotable, too. Yeah. I would say that I honestly prefer the Knuckles design. Like his Boom design to what normal Knuckles is. I still like normal Knuckles, but like if I'm splitting hairs, it makes a lot more sense for him to look how he looks in Boom than how he does normally. I have no idea how it would work in a classic, like, game, but... Don't worry, we're getting Sonic Boom's a misunderstood masterpiece in like 10 years somehow. And then we're gonna have the Boom revival. Sonic Boom, the re-rise of Lyric. I don't really care. Those kinds of questions are kind of like, I'm not the level of Sonic fan to have a strong opinion on that. My Sonic fan level is I really care about the gameplay and have strong opinions about the gameplay, and that's kind of it. Yo, no worries. Twitch is pretty bad about that, so I recommend joining the Discord, even if you use it just for notifications. Most people in the Discord use it just for notifications. It's very rare that a go live notification messes up on that. Yo, we're already here. This is crazy. Yeah, giving the video length of each of these characters, I think it's pretty easy to see who the speedsters are, for sure. You've only seen my YouTube shorts? Hey, I recommend checking out the PO6 Iceberg video, as I actually talk about my history and stuff with that. I also have talked about, I think, my history with shorts. Yeah. Can Mach Speed Sonic beat Sonic Mania? I don't know. I've been getting a couple requests of like, alright, now do this character in PO6. Most of the other characters are not interesting, though. Mach Speed Sonic is interesting because of how limited he is and how ridiculous some of the skips can be with his super high speed. All's the other creators? That's probably the most controversial part, and the YouTube analytics say the same about the Iceberg video. Is that it doesn't feel like an Iceberg video. It's like... Sorry, dog. All the creators that cameoed are super important to PO6's influence and success, so... And I wanted to honor them as much as possible. It was a shame to see on the analytics that most people, like, skipped or left the video at Johnny's part. Which is crazy, because Johnny's, like, a massive influence for me. But, oh well. I appreciate it. Well, I wouldn't say I should give the stipulation that if people click out of the iceberg video, it's usually during Johnny's part. Which is a shame. I would definitely say, though, that, like, the Sonic internet space is big enough to where, like, a lot of people probably don't know who Johnny is, which is kind of surprising. But, yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like, I can kind of get it, but also these creators took their time out of their day to, like, do that for me for no pay. Like, they did it just because they wanted to collab. And I wanted to respect them for the time that they gave, and whether it was quote-unquote entertaining or not, it's part of the iceberg. So because that's the wild thing, is like telling me like this isn't an iceberg video like about PO6, like an iceberg video is just going deeper and deeper on the history and legacy of a series, is it not? Or of a specific thing? Like, telling me a thing doesn't belong on the PO6 iceberg is quite wild. That sounds good, Vinny. What other creators are in the iceberg? You'll have to watch the video to find out. This is a great time to get into the long-form stuff. Yeah, you gotta get pretty, well, as has always been the case for, YouTube, is that browse features are where most of your views come from. Yeah, but I also released a brand new video I worked on with my buddy Philip is Cold on, can you beat Project 06 with only Mach Speed, Sonic? Yeah, I started watching Johnny hilariously during his Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 review, which, like, I have no interest in Dragon Ball, but younger me just decided to watch that. And then right after that review, he did Sonic 4 Episode 2, and then he did his 3D Sonic Marathon. So, safe to say, since that was, like, my first Sonic phase, I was hooked. Hey, no problem. The video is always there. Until YouTube starts deleting content, I guess, so. I also specifically did not watch any other iceberg videos when I made that because, especially with those kinds of videos, I wanted it to have its own feel. And I literally give the definition of the iceberg at the beginning of the video, so it's kind of one of those things where, like, I can sort of see what you mean if other iceberg videos don't do things like this. But I don't care, it's my video. I tend to be pretty receptive of criticism, but for something like the PO6 iceberg, no. You can't,
It's showtime.
Nice. I don't know who Ricardo is. I've heard of the other guys, though. Yeah. Well, this is one of those situations where it's like, all right, you know, when stuff like this happens, it's like, are these 5 to 10 comments of people saying this thing, is it something I should pay attention to when 99% of people that watch the video enjoy it? The video has a 99% like to dislike ratio. So it's one of those things that's like, does this opinion matter enough to me?
It's showtime.
And I very much decided for that. It definitely doesn't. Because whether or not it's part of the iceberg, they're part of the iceberg. So. Well, I don't think any of the comments were being particularly, like, mean. Like, I didn't want to make it come off as that. It's just that, like, I got some comments of people saying, like, this isn't an iceberg video. And I don't think I have to say it, but, like, given my reputation, my like, public reputation, telling me what should and shouldn't be part of an iceberg video for PO6, there's only about 2 people that could tell me that. And I literally sent the list of iceberg stuff to Chaos, and he okayed it, so. I really need to focus on the game. I'm on a rant. I'm literally right at the end. So. But also, I don't blame them because, like, well, I guess I kind of can blame them because I have a part where I talk about my own legacy with Project 06, so, like, I would be like, if you don't know who I am and it's the first video and you think I'm just some random guy who made a video on PO6, then I get it. But since there's a whole part in the video where I talk about how, like, I've been part of the legacy of Project 06, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. If there was only positive reception on the video, then the video wouldn't have done very well. Yeah. I wonder why that happens. Thankfully, it only happens at the start. And you can kind of just jump and avoid all the shit. It is weird, though. I don't know where I am. Okay, there I am. True, I can't get PO6 out of my head. It's eternal. Alrighty, folks, that was Megamix mode with all the characters. If you're watching on the VOD, I will see you next time for Classic mode, which is a more faithful recreation of Sonic Megamix within Sonic Megamix Mania, rather than the more reimagining that Megamix mode goes for. So, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.